that man's going to sound like, thank you, person I've never met before, and who is in no way a person I went to school with at all. What's your name, sir?
Jack.
Thank you, Jack. Now, Jack, hold on to my light bulb for me. That's not nearly as rude as it sounds. Now, I need another volunteer. Thank you, the lady who's I've never met before and who's not my girlfriend at all. This is going really well. And last and by no means least, who would like to hold on to my gorilla? Thank you, person I'm on a course with. This is awesome. Right, hang on to my gorilla. Now, what we've got in each of those, I've got some things written on bits of paper. And what I need everybody else now to do is to choose Dave with the gorilla, Nick with the pie, or Jack with the light bulb. And then they read out something from their thing, and then I talk nonsense, and then we all go home. That's the plan. It's a pretty solid plan. So, do we want gorilla, pie, or light bulb?
Pie!
Pie. Nick, you're up.
I can't read, by the way. It's not going to help.
Yeah, for future reference, never give the written props to the dyslexic.
You got no chance then.
Earwig sex.
Earwig sex, right, yes, earwigs. We've been doing kind of a sex thing, earwig sex. Earwigs have the worst sex, bedbugs have the worst sex ever, because female bedbugs don't have lady parts. What's the vaginas? They don't have them. Female bedbugs don't have them, so the male bedbugs have to impregnate them by a thing that scientists have beautifully named traumatic insemination. And the male bedbug stabs the female bedbug with his knob. Earwigs, however, is kind of the other way around. Bedbugs, obviously female bedbugs, I don't imagine enjoy the sex much. Male earwigs don't, because their penises break off. One species has grown 4 in case the first one breaks off, so it's got spares. So that's kind of how it works. So now, we've done earwig sex, so now we need gorilla, light bulb, or pie.
Gorilla.
Gorilla. We're in first with gorilla, I'm afraid.
Most common keyword.
Oh yeah. Right, I was thinking about this the other day actually. What do you guys reckon is the most common keyword typed into search engines on the internet? Porn. Thank you very much, Dave. You win most predictable heckle of the night award. Sex is on there, but the word sex comes above everything else, but sex is about 14th. The most. What? Yeah. I was surprised as well. I assumed it would be just a big long list of exciting new words I could learn, but no. It turns out the most common word typed into keyword searches is Google, which is slightly terrifying because who are these morons who are typing Google into Google? Yeah, slightly worrying. Tiger Woods is quite popular at the moment, obviously, because of his words. Right, so gorilla pie light bulb. Is that gorilla pie light bulb sounds like a really crap version of paper scissors stone. The gorilla would eat the pie. The light bulb would probably scare the gorilla. I don't know how the pie beats the light bulb. We'll have to figure that one out later. Sorry, what do you have, gorilla, light bulb, or pie?
Light bulb.
Light bulb. Jack, you're up. I need more plants.
Do the Irish love spuds?
Do the Irish love spuds? Yes. Interesting point. In the early part of the 16th century, there were Scots and a large part of Scots and Irish people refused to eat potatoes because they're not specifically mentioned in the Bible, and therefore they were worried they might be heretical. Potatoes were the work of the devil, so they couldn't touch them. Jesus didn't eat spuds, so neither would they. That was the plan. They got around it brilliantly by they had farmers who says they're not inventive. Their farmers sprinkled holy water on the fields, thus rendering the spuds pre-blessed and thus safe for consumption, so you could eat a spud without going to hell. So there we go. All of this stuff is true. I get most of this from Wikipedia, but not here. I make some of it up. Next one. So gorilla pie light bulb. Pie.
Again. Ants can count.
Yeah, ants. Yes, ants can count. One of my favourite awards for the most pointless bit of research anyone has ever conducted. Somebody was curious how come ants can always find their way from the ant nest to food and back, because obviously for an ant that's quite a long way and they can't see that well. And they thought it might be that they count the steps. So that they count to 50, walk that way for 50, pick up a thing, and then they know they're going to go 50 back to get where they go. So to test the theory, he got some ants and got them to walk from their nest to some food. Then picked them up, and half of them he glued their legs to matchsticks, and the other half he cut the bottom joint of the legs off. So that some of them had much longer legs, and some of them had slightly shorter legs. And the ones on matchsticks were like over the other side of the room going, "Let's be home." And the ones with the teeny legs were still right by the thing, going, "The nest was here somewhere, I swear." Yeah, so somebody got funded to glue stilts to ants. So, gorilla pie light bulb.
Light bulb.
Light bulb.
I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah, I was kind of bored when I was writing this out. Yeah, that was in, I think it was 1808. It was my favourite ever duel. Do you have a favourite duel? No? I'm surprised. My favourite ever duel fought between two men. It was in 1808 in Paris, and it was two guys who were fighting over a woman. I think she was an actress, but I can't remember. And one of them offended somebody else, so they died challenging for duel. But because they both felt that they were educated men with elevated minds, they decided to have a pistol duel in 1808 in hot air balloons 2,000 feet above Paris. Which is scary, mostly because the guns at that point were fairly inaccurate, and at 20 yards you probably both miss a person, but a hot air balloon is reasonably easy to hit, even if you hit the balloon, they're both dead. It didn't seem like a brilliant idea, so. But yes, my favourite ever duel, and if you haven't got a favourite duel, get one, because yes, so how am I doing for time?
Do one more.
One more, alright, one more, last one.
Pie.
Pie. That's not a pie though, that's a gorilla.
Ah, this is nice.
Do sharks wear overcoats?
Do sharks wear overcoats? No, but they do eat them. This is one of my favourite ever facts. The highest number of overcoats ever found inside a single shark is 3. Which I like partly because that implies that there's like a running score count. Like someone's going, I found two, we got to 3 now. But also, who goes swimming in an overcoat? And more to the point, if your mate jumped off the pier wearing an overcoat and got eaten by a shark, would you follow him in? And if so yeah, 3 guys presumably jumped off a pier, got eaten, and then that's yes. So yeah, there are 3 sharks is the highest. Not 3 overcoats is the number. 3 sharks is the highest number they've ever found inside an overcoat. 3 overcoats is the highest number they've ever found inside a single shark. So am I done now?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Splendid. Well, that's me. I'm George Gibbons. Thank you very much.